Hello everyone, I am Aishwarya Manoj, a student from BSc B.Ed Zoology, Central University of Kerala. Today I'll be discussing about hearing impairment, issues and special needs. First, let's talk about the definition. Hearing impairment means partial or complete loss of hearing. It not only affects a person's ability to hear, but also their ability to communicate. And there are several degrees of hearing impairment: mild, moderate, severe, profound. If an individual is having slight difficulty hearing soft sounds, we call it as mild impairment. If an individual is having difficulty hearing normal speech, then we call it as moderate impairment. That individual may need assistive technologies to hear those normal conversations properly. And if an individual, even with the help of assistive technologies, is able to hear only loud sounds, then we call it as severe impairment. And if an individual is having very little or no hearing, then we call it as profound hearing impairment. Now let's talk about the issues faced by these children. First is communication difficulty. They may have a lot of ideas in their mind, but they may not be able to communicate properly, verbally, because they are not exposed to that language. Okay. And due to that, they might struggle in building friendship with peers. And sometimes, even though they are physically present in the class, they may feel socially isolated. Okay. Then next is this can lead to emotional stress in students. And if the classroom environment is not supportive to them, if for example, if teacher is continuously giving instructions verbally, then he might not be able to grasp the concepts, what the teacher is saying. This may lead to poor academic performance. This may even decrease the confidence. So there are a lot of issues faced by these children. So we have talked about the issues faced by these children. Now let's move on to special needs of students with hearing impairment. First and foremost, they need assistive devices such as hearing aids and amplifiers so that they can better hear the sounds, and they need quiet classrooms. Because you know what these assistive devices will do? They will amplify even the slightest bit of sound. So for a hearing impaired child, a slightest bit of sound is a noise. So that's why they need a quiet classroom with no background noise or minimal background noise. Then they need a classroom with curtains, carpets, soft boards. It's because these materials can absorb the sound and cancel out the background noises. Okay. Then they may even need front rows in classroom because they can hear the teacher's instructions better. Then they need a teacher who follows multimodal teaching. Multimodal teaching means, for example, if a teacher is explaining photosynthesis, then he can explain it in verbal way, and at the same time he can show a video with subtitle in it, so that a child with hearing impairment can also understand the concept. He can also show a picture of photosynthesis, and he can also make them do experiments related to photosynthesis. Like this, they need teachers who can incorporate different teaching methods in one class. They also need visual cues, gestures, sign language to be used in the classroom. Then flexible assessment methods also help them in learning in a better way. For example, rather than taking a viva from these children, we can ask them to perform an experiment, because assessment is all about testing how much of the concept they have understood. Okay, so they need flexible assessment methods. So these are all the things that a hearing impaired child may need in the classroom settings. So by this, I'm concluding my topic, hearing impairment, issues and special needs. I hope you all understood what is hearing impairment and what are the issues faced by these children and what are the special needs in a classroom setting. Okay, thank you.